A little bit of an introduction before we actually look at the pages. We have to understand that our emphasis is the Baal Shem Tov, right? On tefillah, basically. And when it comes to Chanukah, what does the Baal Shem Tov have to say about that? So I didn't find too much in the Baal Shem Tov in the Svarim that I have on Chanukah. He said one thing here that I did find, Baal Shem Tov, which you can all easily practice. He says the following. He brings down here, now I don't know if it's the Baal Shem Tov himself, maybe the Baal Shem Tov brings it. He said, a school from the Ramban. Ramban says that when you, I don't know if, is it the time, when is it? After here. Shiomer v'hi Noam. The pasuk we say v'hi Noam Motzei Shabbos, right? V'hi Noam right after Ma'ariv. He says every word say 7 times of that pasuk. Now I don't know if he means to say Yosef B'Seisir as well. It doesn't say here. It says Kol Teva Zayin Pamim Achar Hadlokas Haneros. The Tov Ma'od, and this is from the Ramban. The Baal Shem Tov Sefer brings it from the Shem of the Ramban. After you light the candles on Chanukah, say the pasuk V'hi Noam, but don't say the pasuk 7 times. You say each word 7 times. V'hi, 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 v'hi. Noam, 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 noam. Now this is, it doesn't explain what it's all about, what you're supposed to accomplish, what the purpose is. But it says Tov Ma'od B'Shem Mori Harivosh, Ben Shem Tov. He says Lomar Zayin Pamim V'hi Noam Yoshe B'Seisir Kipshuto. Oh, the Baal Shem Tov does it differently. The Ramban seems to say you say V'hi Noam each word 7 times. But he brings the Baal Shem Tov says say V'hi Noam and Yoshe B'Seisir, and we say Motzei Shabbos, say it 7 times regularly. Instead of saying V'hi Noam and Yoshe B'Seisir only 1 time, Motzei Shabbos, Chanukah say it 7 times while the candles are burning. So this is a very big segula from the Ramban and from the Baal Shem Tov. Say the entire thing, V'hi Noam and Yoshe B'Sefer, 7 times.
Why 7?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't explain it, but we know that number 7 is a chashuv number. Shabbos is 7, Shemitah is 7. It's
Number of spheros is 7.
You hear what he said? What he said?
Number of emotional spheros is 7.
The lower 7 spheros, which have to do with this world, you have 10 spheros. The top 3 are like above, like they're in the cloud. Then you have the 7, which are the lower ones, and they are more into the world. So I guess it's a shmirah for anything negative that could happen in those 7 spheros. So say it 7 times. We say, look, when you go to sleep at night, right? Yoshe B'Seisir is in there also. It's a protection for bad dreams or whatever. So we understand that this shir is called, David Melech wrote this Baruch HaKodesh. Yoshe B'Seisir is called Shir HaPagayim. It's a protection against all negative factors, all negative influences, energies that could do some harm in some way. And when you have the neighbors burning, bringing the light down, this is an excellent time in Eishvat Song to say V'hi Noam and Yoshe B'Seisir 7 times. Okay, it's 7 times. It's a little bit, tiring maybe to say it. But how long will it take? 7 times. Take it 5 minutes, 7 minutes. It's kedai. It could be, not only for the time being, it could be for the entire year. Something which lasts, which is a one-time thing during the year. All right. Okay, so that's that as far as what the Sefer the Baal Shem Tov has about Chanukah. We have only this time and next week, Sunday. These are the 2 before Chanukah. And I think the Shabbos after that, the Sunday after that, is still in the middle of Chanukah. It could be. It's still in the middle of Chanukah. Could be. All right, we'll see what we'll do about that. But we'll have 2 days, today and the next time, to prepare for the Chanukah. And let's do the best we can. All right. That's a little bit of an introduction.
The 4th day of Chanukah.
Huh?
The fourth day of Chanukah is Sunday.
Oh, so we have 3. We have 2, and the next one will be in the middle of Hanukkah. Okay. Fine. Let's understand Hanukkah in general. How do we see Hanukkah in regard to the other Yom Tov and the other Chagim that we have? So we understand, of course, you have Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Pesach, Shavuos, Sukkot. These are all Midoraisa. These are mentioned in the Torah itself. And Hanukkah and Purim are D'Rabbanan, Chagim D'Rabbanan. They're not mentioned in the Torah at all. But Chazal, with the Koach of Ruach HaKodesh that they have, decided to make them a Chag. Now, each one has a different emphasis. Purim has one emphasis, and Hanukkah has a different emphasis. Purim, we have an Indian of a Sudas Purim. Mishnah v'Simcha on Purim. Why? Because the anti-Semitism of Haman, the Amalek, was to destroy us physically. To destroy us physically. Achashverosh went along with it, and the Gezerah went in, but Baruch Hashem, there was a Hatzalah, we were saved, with Esther, the whole story of Purim, and therefore we celebrate by eating, having a Sudas Purim. The Sudas Purim is a chelik of the mitzvah. There's a halachas, but the Sudas Purim. You're supposed to have a Suda on Purim because the Gezerah was against us physically, and therefore physically we celebrate. Chanukah, there was no Gezerah against us physically. They were not interested in destroying us. During the second base of Midrash, they wanted to convert us. They wanted us to accept their religious ideas. And therefore the celebration of Hanukkah is only a spiritual celebration. Mi'ikar Hadin, there is no such thing as a Sudas Hanukkah. No such thing as Hanukkah parties. There's no such thing. In the original form. The Ramah comes along and says, well, you know, some people make a Suda on Hanukkah as well, and they say Hallel and Shiras with Tishbachos, and that makes it into a Sudas mitzvah. So that's what the Ramah says. But in the Shulchan Aruch and the Mechaber, the Shulchan Beis Yosef, there was no such thing. Originally, it was only a spiritual celebration, and therefore, what do you do to celebrate spiritually? Shiras v'tishbachos, Hallel v'hodah. That's it. The davening is different. You say Hallel on Chanukah. You say the entire Hallel. Whole Hallel. No Chetzi Hallel like Rosh Chodesh. You say the Hallel Shaleh. That's it. Praising Hashem that we're able to continue being Jews and we don't have to give in to them and so on and so forth. That's it. That's the Ikar of Chanukah. So if you're going to go according to the Ramah, the Ashkenazim, who do make Chanukah parties, it shouldn't be like the Mishnah Berurah says, places where they play cards, all kinds of things that they do. It should be a time when you, at the Suda, have Divrei Torah about Chanukah, have Siras with Tishbachos, at the Suda of Chanukah also, make it into a real Suda's mitzvah. Not just a place, just get along, have family gatherings of friends, and as the Mishnah Berurah, it's interesting. In his time, he wrote about playing cards. He wrote about playing. I remember in America, this was some place they played dreidel. Dreidel. It's like it's gambling. It's same thing. This is what they did at the Hanukkah celebrations. That's not what Hanukkah is about. You have to be very, very happy that we are able to practice and be good Jews and not be worried about what the guy are trying to convert us. So, yeah.
The distinction between destroying us spiritually and physically was indistinguishable because we were at war with the Romans and the Maccabees. So they wanted, in order to destroy us spiritually, they had to destroy us physically.
Not necessarily. If we would just give in to them and accept their customs and their way of life, they wouldn't have, gone further than that. That's all I wanted. I don't know the history. I'm not a historian. This is what I read in the Mefarshim on the Shulchan Aruch. This is what it says, that they were only interested in destroying us spiritually and not physically. So therefore, Hanukkah, the emphasis has to be on spiritual celebration, and that's why it's all about Or. All the Hanukkah is about Or. That's what it's all about. Or, Neros, that's what it's all about.
Hanukkah happened during
second base of Mikdash.
And it was during the Greeks. the saloon with the Greeks. And I don't know if the Romans were around it. Well, they were around, but they may not have been in Israel at the time.
Right.
Not that they didn't come to be told later.
Okay, so that's as far as the general, approach to what's going on. Now let's take a look at the Chabad. So basically, it's a spiritual celebration, and what we have to try to do is bring down the spiritual light. We have to take the spiritual light and make an issue out of that. That's why there's a mitzvah of Pesumei Nisa. Mitzvah Pesumei Nisa. We have Pesumei Nisa in other cases too, but here the Pesumei Nisa is to take candles at the front door, light the candle with pride, and with this, the Jews are still here. We're existing. We're here. We're here. And here's a symbol of it. And all you have to do to be Yotzei is one candle per night. One candle per night, which is not something you do any time else during the year. You don't light a candle outside your door any other time. Shabbos, it's inside. Yom Tov, it's inside. It's always inside. Here is a mitzvah davka Pesumei Nisa to light the candle outside, to demonstrate to all the people who are walking. And we have plenty of people here, the Arabs, plenty of people, plenty of goyim here in Eretz Yisrael. They see the candles outside the door of tremendous Kiddush Hashem. Tremendous Kiddush Hashem. We're celebrating the spiritual victory that we had, and this is a simon. What is spiritual? What kind of spirituality do we have? We have something which is very, very untangible. It's light. That's what it's all about. Our religion is all about light. What does the light mean? It's not something which is just electrical, or something. It's a spiritual light. It's a light that is not physical. But the closest thing we come to it is a physical light, a candle. But our light that we're really talking about is a spiritual light. It's an enlightenment. You know what that light is called? What is originally called in the Torah, in our terminology? Called the Or HaGanuz, the hidden light. When Hashem created the world, before the Chet of Adam Harishon, there was an Or in the world. Vayomer Elokim Yehi Or Vayehi Or. That Or is not at all present anymore. That Or that existed in Bereshis was hidden. It was hidden. You have to have a certain, background, a certain makeup in order to appreciate the Or. And if you're not there, the Or is taken away, it's confiscated. So the Or was not destroyed, it was hidden. It's called the Or HaGanuz. And what we're trying to do on Chanukah is bring out a little bit of that Or down to this world now. We do it by all these actions, lighting candles and saying the brach and so on that. We're trying to bring from the Or HaGanuz to bring us some kind of enlightenment that existed before the fate of Adam Harishon. That enlightenment we would call a super awareness. That's what it really is. It's nothing that you can see. It wasn't the light that you could see. There was daylight. There was light. It was light. But you didn't see any place that was burning stronger than any place else. There was light in the world, but everyone experienced, everyone felt it. Whoever was here at the time felt this Or, felt this awareness. I imagine what it really means is you have a greater ability to experience Hashem.
Consciousness, awareness?
Yes, your awareness. You have a greater ability to experience Hashem, experience the existence of Hashem. That's what happened. That was there before the Chet of Adam Harishon, before he sinned. Once he sinned, that was confiscated. You have to work very, very hard to get it, and it's available. So we're trying to bring it down now by demonstrating our, appreciation of this Indian, of the victory, the spiritual victory, and we light candles, and we want this Or HaGanuz that's hidden in the creation, wherever it is, to come down and to enlighten us. We are trying to internalize it and experience that feeling that we understand the true existence of what real true existence is. It's a spiritual existence. Okay.
The front door, there's an asterisk if you're in an apartment.
Excuse me?
There's an asterisk to the front door if you live in an apartment on the fifth floor,
Asterisk.
where do you,
Where do you light if you live in a yeah, very good question. Very good. You live in an apartment house and you're on the fifth floor. What do you do? Well, you could light it outside your door. I mean, you're not the only person on the floor. Probably you have other apartments on that floor too. So you could do it there, or the next best place would be, I guess, at the window, where they could see it from the street, possibly. As much as you can to do the presuming nisa, as much as you can. That's all. Okay, I mean, if you're not able to do that either, or you're figuring 5 floors, who's going to look up 5 floors from the street? Who's going to look up? So at least you have the presuming nisa within the house itself. I mean,
well, there was an answer about having it at the, you still have it by the door.
have it by the door of the apartment.
Yeah,
Well, what's the point?
I don't know, buddy.
I imagine it would probably be better in the more central area in the house where people see it more than having it by the door. Only, when you pass by the door, you're going out or in. Have it, in the middle living room or wherever it is.
Rabbi, since we've been at war, I have this concern with, if I light candles, and there's an attack, that there could be a fire in the apartment. So I don't know if it's proper, but I started lighting the candles in the sink in the bathroom, because that's my main, if something happened, it wouldn't catch anything on fire. So I don't know what to do with this.
It's not a place, not a bathroom. No, that's not a place for candles. What can I tell you? Get some bricks or something to surround them, or you can't light candles in the bathroom. You're not allowed to make a bracha in there. You can't. Even if you make the bracha outside, it's not a place for Shabbos candles in the bathroom. I understand your problem of the danger, but it's not. You can't do it. You
can do it on a plate, and if the candles fall over, they'll hit the ceramic of the plate, and it won't be a big deal.
There's no guarantee that would be the.
Of course, there's no guarantee, but you can increase the probability.
Or you can use one of those large aluminum pans.
Pardon me?
One of those little large aluminum pans, for the, and put it in the pan.
That's right. My wife likes, she likes candles on it.
But anyway, that's not acceptable. No one would be mad to such a thing. You're not talking about, pikuach nefesh, immediate pikuach nefesh right now. I mean, you're bringing up a question. All right, as long as you're talking about it. In a place that there's tumah, you're not supposed to bring kedusha, correct? It doesn't fit. Kedusha doesn't go with tumah. And bathroom is a place of tumah, place where excrement is. However, the bathrooms, the Beis HaKisei in the times of the Shulchan Aruch, the times of the Gemara, were a lot different than ours. What they had was what we call today an outhouse. That's what they had. They didn't have bathrooms inside the apartments, inside the homes. If a person had to relieve himself, he went out of his home and he went to a special place. Well, I guess there were, walls around it to protect it and, keep it separate. That was the place for elimination. In the house was only, regular rooms, kedusha. What is the din of our bathrooms? What kind of a halakha does it have? Because everything is flushed. And then you have a toilet seat which has a cover. So some say, b'diavad, it may not even be really considered a Beis HaKisei that is talked about in the Shulchan Aruch. Beis HaKisei meant a place where it was an outhouse, which was only used for that alone, nothing else. And there was a smell, and it's, of course, and then, everything goes with an outhouse. So that was a special place where you have no reason to have any kedusha at all there. It just doesn't go together. But our homes, the way they're built and the way they're made, with the flushing system and so on and so forth, maybe it's not really Beis HaKisei. Maybe it's not really Beis HaKisei. So if you want to find a heter, maybe you could be samech on that and say, make sure the toilet seat is covered, there's no bad smell in the room, and make the bracha outside. Make the bracha outside the room, and then put it there, and have kavanah not to be makabel Shabbos when you light the candles. If you're a person who lights candles, a woman who lights candles, not the Ner Shel Shabbos. Once she lights candles, she's Shabbos. She can't touch the candles anymore. So what do the women do? They light the candles first, and then they break the bracha afterwards. Because once you make the bracha, lahad l'kner shel Shabbos, you're saying it's Shabbos. So how can you light the candle afterwards? You're not allowed to light the candle because you just made the bracha. Lahad l'kner shel Shabbos, that's Kabbalah Shabbos, so you can't light the candle afterwards. So what are the women going to do? So they light the candle first, and not having kavanah to be yotze until after the bracha is made. They put out the match, and then they make the bracha after the candles are already lit. So you could do the same thing. If you really are worried about it, do the same. Light the
Real
candle.
concern, have this fear.
All right, light the candle, put it in there, and make the bracha outside.
So
Similar fear for anyone in a college dorm, or
Excuse me?
same fear for anyone in a college dormitory, or even a hospital probably has. Certainly.
Well, okay. If there's no other way, I guess you could do that. It's b'shas hadchak. That's what you have to do. You do it. They do it. That's all.
But if you say the bracha for Shabbos, and then the Kanok comes here,
And then
Kanok comes here after doing that, you can't turn on the lights or the air conditioning here, right?
that's correct.
Before Mincha.
That's correct. Correct.
what happened, Rabbi, I lit the candles, I had a space that was doing, the little candles.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even, one of the candles exploded.
Exploded.
These little load of candles, whatever they call it, my alarm went off and it was the whole deal. So it just raised this fear in me that what happened if there was, God forbid, a missile came and the candles, caught other things on fire. So that's the new fear that I have.
Okay. Look, if you have no other way of doing it, so as I said, put the candle in there, make sure the toilet seat is covered, there's no bad smell in the room, and make the bracha outside the bathroom.
Okay, that's a good.
After you light the candle, make the bracha outside. Okay. Let's take a look now. No, I'm missing a sheet. I'm missing a sheet. You want to sit with me together?
Well, that's the problem.
Huh? Well, I want you to have it. I want you to have it. Yeah, I'll give it to you afterwards, all right? But I'm just.
So I'm in a bind now. You put me in a bind now.
Why?
Say I light the candle, say the bracha, and I'm responsible for the Shabbat element.
So what?
Responsible for the Shabbat element.
For the elevator.
So I can't do it after I say the bracha.
Well, what can I tell you? You could say, I guess it's possible. You could make the bracha on the candle.
I could do the elevator, walk back up. I could do the elevator, walk back up, and do the.
Oh, okay, yeah, fine.
All right, but you're adding 5 layers of steps to mine. Okay, but I get it.
No, why can't you take like, why can't you?
Okay.
You can go with the elevator. You didn't make the bracha yet. You can walk. You can take the elevator after you set it up.
Well, it's a Shabbat elevator, so of course I can take it.
No,
Well, what's the problem? If it's a Shabbat elevator, it will automatically,
No, I can.
by itself, will
No,
start.
I just had to talk through it.
But I'm going to turn it on.
We turn it on before, and then there's no problem.
Then you go home again.
Okay, let's get to the kavanas of the brachas now. Let's think for a minute. If you look in the Sidurim, I don't know what the Chabad Siddur has. You need to see what they have. Let's see what's in the nusach, the bracha they have for Chanukah. Let's do this. Chanukah, page 389. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, very good. They have the right nusach. I guess it's Chabad because they don't see this. When I was brought up, all the Sidurim have Shekidushanim Mitzvah Tivadal Hadlik Ner Shel Chanukah. That's what it says.
Okay.
Blishe.
The Chabad Siddur doesn't have the word shel. The Hadlik Ner Chanukah. What's the reason? Why did we leave out the word shel? Ner shel Chanukah. Grammatically, they're both correct, but it would be more correct Ner shel Chanukah, like you say Ner shel Shabbos, Ner shel Yom Tov. We want to have 13 words in the bracha. 13 words to be ma'oreh the Yud Gimel Midas of Racham. And if you have shel, it's going to be 14 words. That's number one. Number two, the Ner, Hadlik, Ner Chanukah, think. Le, Hadlik is a Lamed, Ner is a Nun, and Chanukah is a Ches. You have a Lamed, Nun, and Ches. Those three letters, turn them around a little bit, it comes out to the word Nachal. Le, Nun, Ches. Just switch the letters around, Nachal. Hadlik, Ner, Chanukah is Nachal. Nachal is a stream. Right? We are making the flow of energy, of light, the spiritual light, we want it to flow down to this world. We want it was Hadlik, Ner, Chanukah. We want to make a Nachal, a stream, so the light can flow down to us in this world. Hadlik, Ner, Chanukah. Not shell. The Chabad Siddur doesn't have the word shell. If I'm sure they're into it. Therefore, Hadlik Ner Chanukah, not shel Chanukah, and you have to think of the Rosh Tevos. Two things you already have to think of when you're making the bracha. Number one, you want to be ma'orer with the Yud Gimel, 13 words, Yud Gimel Midas of Rachamim, and you want to be ma'orer that on Chanukah. We need lots and lots of Rachamim. And we want to also make a flow for the energy to come down to this world. Therefore, the Hadlik Ner Chanukah Nachal. Yeah.
Leaving out for a second the Nahal, the river of the flow. If you said Chanukah, that would Ner Chanukah.
What do you mean Chanukah? What's Chanukah? What does that mean Chanukah?
Oh, Chanukah.
Chanukah doesn't mean of Chanukah, it means the Chanukah. Chanukah means the Chanukah. The Hadlik Ner Chanukah with a hey. What is? Anyways, you're not going to have. Okay, yeah. But what do you gain by that? What do you gain by that? You don't have Nachal that way.
I understand you don't have Nahal, but when we went to school, we studied very much grammar. Grammatically, Ner Chanukah, grammatically, is more correct than Ner Chanukah. It's a grammatical question, not a spiritual one. Because when I translate what I read, I very often translate with the grammatical meaning. That's why sometimes it comes to me, never comes Shel Chanukah, but sometimes it comes to my mind, Chanukah.
Because that's the way you were taught as a child.
Because my mind thinks.
Okay. All right, but no, that's not the way we do it.
I know.
Yeah, it's the Hadlik Ner Chanukah, and to think in those two things, you have two kavanas already in the first bracha. We're not finished yet, but the Hadlik Ner Chanukah, you have two things to think of. Number one, if you have this in mind, it happens. This is the point. Tvila b'li kavana kiguf b'li neshama. You understand that? Tvila b'li kavana kiguf b'li neshama. What is the guf b'li neshama? Worthless. Guf without a neshama doesn't mean the whole. Quality, the whole internal meaning of the importance of the words is when you have the kavanah. The words go together. The words have to have the kavanah. The kavanah makes the entire difference. So therefore, you have two things in mind already. Number one, I want to be ma'oreh the Yud Gimel Midos of Rachamim by saying 13 words, and I want to also make a flow, Nachal, for the energy to come from Hashem, from down to us and to me, to this world. Okay, so two things you have to remember already. Okay. Now, on the page in front of you, you have the word lahadlik. You see, you have the word on the right side there, lahadlik.
Okay.
Lahadlik. Lahadlik here. No. Now, to the left of that, you'll see that the Shem Hashem is written out in an expanded form. Lahadlik. Yud Hey Vav Hey, Yud Hey Vav Hey, Yud Hey Vav Hey. Shem is in expanded form. Now this is called, in the Hasidus and Kabbalah, this is called, the first one is called Ab, second called Sag, and the third one called is Ma. When I say Ab, Sag, Ma, that's the numerical value of that expansion. The first one is Yud Hey Vav Hey with Yuds, that's Ab, it comes out to 72. The second one comes out to 63, Sag, and the third one comes out to Mem Hey, 45. Ab, Sag, Ma. Together it comes out to 180. Adding the color. You want to bring this energy of the Shem Hashem. Don't forget, we start the bracha, Baruch Atah Hashem. Elokeinu melech haolam. We are arousing the Kedusha in the Shem Hashem. We want to bring that energy down to this world. Baruch Atah Hashem. Elokeinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvot tzivanu, lehadlik. We want this energy from the Shem Hashem, lehadlik, to enlighten, to light up. Lehadlik. Lehadlik. So when you say lahadlik, the kavanah is Yud Hey Vav Hey, Yud Hey Vav Hey, Yud Hey Vav Hey, 3 times, each one with a different expansion, different lettering, and it comes out together to 180, which is Chai, times 10, and we want to bring this energy down, all the way down to the Shechin. Okay, that's the Hadlik. The next one is a little bit more difficult. The next one is Lahadlik Ner. Ner, if you add up Ner, Nun, Resh, it's 250. Resh is 200, Ner is 50, 150. Now how do we get to 250? We take the 3 combinations. We are bringing down the energy through the spheros. And how do we bring that in? How do we make energy? How do we produce energy? You know how you produce energy? Like you produce a child. You have a male and a female that mate. They produce a child. The same thing happens when you have energy that you want to produce. You have to take shemos of Hashem, combine them, make them, and you have an energy which is produced. That's what happens when you want to get energy that doesn't exist beforehand. How do you make the energy? You take 2 shemos, combine them, make them, so to speak, and the offspring is going to be the energy that you want. So take a look at the page there. Take a look at the page. The first one you have there is Havaya and Ekia, Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey. The second one is Havaya and Elokim. The third one is Havaya and Adani. These are 3 combinations, and they are 3 joinings, 3 matings, and it comes out, when you make them, each one produces energy, and it comes out at the end, if you add them all up. How much is 26 times 3? Anyone has a good mind? You have, Chanoch, you have your phone?
36.
No?
36.
26 times 3.
18.
78.
78. All right, now you have 3 Shemos of Hashem. You have Ehyeh, which is 21. Add it, 21. How many? 78 you said, and 21.
100.
Then add Elokim, another 86.
185.
And then you have Adni, 65.
250.
250. That's Ner. That is Ner. By saying the word Ner, you think of those combinations. Havaya Ekir, Havaya Elokim, Havaya Adni. You have made 3 matings, 3 joinings of different energies, and they produce what we have at the end, Ner, 250. How is it coming down through us? Through the nachal that we just created. We said it before. We say the bracha. Lahadlik ner Chanukah. It's coming down to us through this nachal. The bracha is what is the agent which brings down the energy. Okay. Okay, that is basically the first bracha. Let's go over it again. All right. So we say the bracha. We start off Baruch, and we think of the now 13 words that are going to be in this bracha. We want to be ma'orer Yud Gimel Midas of Rachamim. Number one. So it says there as Yud Gimel Temos. It says the CC said Yud Gimel Temos or Yud Gimel Midas of Rachamim. Then you have the word Hashem, Baruch Atah Hashem, and the Yud Hey Vav Hey. I wrote down there at the left, L'ikanes L'tocha Osios, as the Baal Shem Tov taught us. Go into the word, become part of the word. Become part of the word. Give the word your own energy. Go into the word. Become part of the word. So that's Baruch Atah Hashem. And then Elokeinu Melech Haolam, that's standard. Asher Kedoshanu Mitzvot Tzivanu, Lahadlik Ner Chanukah. Lahadlik is again Yud Hey Vav Hey, expanded in three ways. That's called Ab. The first one is 72. The second one is 63. Yud Hey Vav Hey, add that up, 63. And the third one is 45. 45. Add them all up together, it comes to 180. 180 is what we're bringing down. That's like Chai, 10 times Sky. We're bringing down Lahadlik. We're enlightening. We're bringing down life. We're bringing down energy. Lahadlik to this world. What are we bringing down? What are we bringing down? Actually, it's described in the next word, Ner. Ner is the three combinations. Havaya Ekia, Havaya Elokim, Havaya Adni. Okay, and now we come to the last word of that pasuk. The last word of that pasuk is Havik Ner Chanukah. Right? Chanukah. Think of the word Chanukah, it can be split up into two. Chanukah. Chanukah. Rested over here, 25 letters. If I'm not mistaken, it's 25 letters. If there's 25 letters, is it true? Let's take a look. Sure. Havaya, 3 times 4 is 12, correct? Havaya. 3 times Havaya, that's 4 letters, Yud Hey Vav Hey. So 4 times 3 is 12. Then you have Ekia, 12 and another 4 is 16, correct? Then you have the last word, Agni, is another 4, is 20. And then you have Elokim. Elokim is 5 letters, so it comes out exactly 25. They finally have reached their destination and they can rest. This is what we have brought down to this world. Chanu Chaf Hey. They have reached their destination. They can rest now in the lower worlds here. The energy that was traveling down through the Nachal, it now has reached its destination and it can rest. Chanu Chaf Hey. In simple pshat, Chanu Chaf Hey means that the Jews rested on the 25th day of Kislev. That's what it means in simple pshat, what happened in society. But as far as the spiritual content is concerned, the spiritual energy that was traveling down from the upper world to this world rested and came to its destination on the 21st day of Kislev. Okay. Any questions about that? All right. So we have to go now to the second bracha. She'asa nisim avoseinu. No. Okay, She'asa nisim, I have on the page there. Take a look at She'asa nisim. Yeah, take a look at this She'asa nisim. You can split that up into two. She'asa, it's Shin Ayin and Shin Hey. She'asa. She'asa, we're splitting it up into two worlds. We want to make Hamtakas Hadin. We want to sweeten the din that exists in the world. Hamtakas Hadin. How do we do that? We figure the Shin Ayin. Look at the first part, the Shin Ayin. Shin Ayin, that's 370. That is made up by, look at what it says there, El, Aleph, Lamed. El, spelled out, is Aleph, Lamed. That is a Shem of Gvura. and also of chesed. It's the word kale is the first one of Yud Gimel Midas and Rachamim. Hashem, kale Rachum v'chanun, kale. So Hashem is Gvura, but it's Gvura with chesed. A very strong Gvura of chesed. So that's kale. How you spell out kale? You spell it out Aleph Lamed Pei and Lamed Mem Daled. That's 2 times 370. Comes out to 370, like it says Shin Ayin. The Shin Ayin at the very beginning is 370. That is the addition of those 2 words. Aleph Lamed Pei and Lamed Mem Daled comes out twice. 300 equals 270. 370. Add that up, 370. Then you have Shin Hey. So, Shin Hey. That's Aleph Lamed, again. Aleph Lamed Hey Yud Ken. The Shem Elokim. The Shem Elokim. Spread out and in expanded and writing out the word Elokim. How do you write the Aleph? Aleph is spelled always Aleph Lamed Pei. And Lamed is Lamed Mem Daled. A Hey is, as it said there, I think that's probably a Hey Yud. Then Yud Vav Daled, the Yud. And then the Mem is 2 Mems. That comes out to Shin Hey Elokim. So you have here Elokim is the Midah of Din. So what you're doing now is you're sweetening the Midah of Din. By saying She Asa, when you say Asher Kadesham Mitzvah She Asa Nitzim. So when you're saying She Asa, you have to think in your mind, I want to make Hamtakas Hadin. She Asa. She Asa is Hamtakas Hadin. Hamtakas Hadin. That's what you have to want in the second bracha. The first bracha was to bring down the or from above, the or, and the second bracha is to be mamtik the din, she'asa nisim. Okay. Then you have the third bracha, the shechiyanu. We'll talk about that, I guess, next time. But look underneath that, you have the word shemen. Shemen is also a very interesting thing. What's shemen? Shemen's oil. Okay, it's oil. So he says, no, it's not just anything. Look at the word next to it. The word next to it.
Lamaor.
Huh?
Lamaor.
Where do you see Lamaor?
Shem Lamaor.
Oh, Shem and Lamaor, yeah, okay. But that's what the kavanah is over here. Here, you see, here, take a look. Here, Shemen. Shemen, Beis Yud Tes. Beis Yud Tes. Beis with the komats, the Yud with the komats, and the Tes with a shva.
What is Beis Yud Tes?
This is the way, Al Pi Kabbalah, you write Shemen in these words.
Atbash.
I don't know if it's an Atbash.
One of these.
It could be. It could be. Could be. It's an Atbash. I have to think about it. Could be. Maybe you have to check. See if it's an Atbash. But if you look up, look at the komats, 2 komatsen, and the shva. Each one is worth something. A komats. How much is a komats? A komats is not like it's written over here. It looks like a T. A true komats is a line with a dot underneath, not an extended leg. The way they really write komats is a line and a dot. How much is that worth grammatically? I mean, numerically, a line is a vav is 6, and a dot
It's 10.
is 10.
16.
16. So you have 2 of them. Under the yud, you have also a line and a dot.
So,
Correct?
32.
32. And then you have 2 dots under the test. 42 and 52. That's 52 is ben.
What is the top?
No, not the letter, just the kudos. Just the
There
kudos.
is a base, a yud.
Base yud test.
So you didn't count the test.
No, we don't count the base and the yud either.
Just the.
Just in the kudos. Just in the kudos. The kudos come out to ben. Ben 52. That's one of the shemos of the lower world. Av Tzad Ma Ben. It's 52. And when we add the shemen, and we put the shemen into the cups, we have to think about this. You think of the Beis Yud Tes. When I'm adding the oil to the cup, you think of this shade. Beis Yud Tes with that nikud. Ba Yot. And you have to think that the numerical value of the komats is 16, another one is 16. And then you have 2 more. Afterwards, the 16, 20, 30, it comes to 52. 52. Yeah.
You said the kamats is like this, with the dot.
Yeah.
At the end.
Right.
It's the same. It's the same 6. the Chabad when it's this way.
Yeah, but there's no dot when it's a
No,
vav.
but it's the same value.
It's a vav. It's still no. It means not. It's not a comma. Comma is only underneath the letter.
And when it's like this, how do you call it?
There's no nikud on like this. Cholam.
Yes.
Cholam. Yeah, that's without a dot on the side. Without a dot. It's cholam. Okay.
It's different.
There's no dot. The commas has a dot. The cholam doesn't have a dot. I mean, the dot is on top. That is on top. We don't count the dot, so I don't know. Let me see. That's a nisim. Right, so you're right. Yeah, the shemen ba'at bash, correct. The shin is a base, correct. At bash, shemen comes out, and at bash is you know what at bash is? Anybody hear of at bash? At bash, there are various ways that we write the aleph base. There are many simanim. One of the ways that you can write the aleph base is by substituting the opposite. An aleph is substituted by a taf, the end. A base substituted by a shin taf. That's the way it goes. It's called the aleph base of atbash. Atbash. An aleph substituted by a taf at the end. A base substituted by a shin next to the last level. So it's called the atbash aleph base. If you use the atbash aleph base, shemen comes out to be a mem is a yud, and the nun is a tes. So we have here bayot, right? The shin is a base. Didn't we just say that? Base is a shin, bayot. So that's the atbash. Why that's used? That's a good question. Why? I don't know why they're using that, but this is what it comes out. Shemin in the aleph base of atbash comes out the bayot tit, using that nikud, and it comes out using the nikud alone is 52. Which means it's the lowest level. You have 72, we have 63, we have 45. The Shem of Hashem, how they're expanding. And the lowest level is the Shem Hashem, which comes out to 52. And we're bringing, this is something which is Gashmi, Shemin which is Gashmi. We're bringing down through the Shemin, we're bringing down through the Shemin to the lowest level, we're bringing down all this ore. Okay.
Wow. Why is Adbash used only in Gematria?
This is only,
I find it very confusing.
these are only, I don't see it mentioned any place else except in Chassidus or Kabbalah. In regular Pshat, they don't use Atbash.
Adbash.
They don't use it.
So it's only in
Chassidus and Kabbalah, when you're looking for Pshat, Al Pi Remez, all kinds of things of that nature, then they use these things like Atbash. There are other combinations of the aleph base that they use as well. But this is one of the famous ones that's called Atbash, where the aleph and the taf interchange with each other, where the one can represent the other. Okay. Okay. I think that's enough for today. It's enough for today.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
why did the bracha on the Hanukkah candles? Why did Chabad see only 13 letters? Why did they?
13 words.
13 words, right.
13 words. Because of that reason.
Right.
This is the nusach of the Arizal. Not to say shell. Not to say shell. Because you want to be or they give his harachamim, so therefore you want to have 13 words, not 14.
Right. Okay.